Okay, so I'm working on something because it's 2 days into my extra long weekend off work, and I've got nothing done. Naturally, uh, today I spent mostly, uh, uh well, naturally I slept through a good chunk of it because my sleep schedule has been tampered with by me. So I'm recording this a little earlier, not that earlier. It's 1 in the morning as opposed to 2 or 3. So I'm working on it. I'm trying, but it's happening slowly. But I slept through a chunk of the day, and then I took my dog out a whole bunch, and he was chilling, big chilling. I'm gonna take him out one more time before I go to bed so that I can sleep again. And yes, I'm going to sleep. I'm not setting an alarm or nothing. But tomorrow I plan on doing more. Granted, today, once I did finally get to doing stuff, it was just Hollow Knight and then Phasmophobia. But I beat the game. I beat Hollow Knight. I didn't complete it. There's still a few little checks I would like to accomplish in the game before I just kind of leave it behind for a minute. But I went and did one of the endings today, so that was fun. Doug, now it's a little dark, but you can still see the little fella. He's curled. He's feeling good. He's doing good. He had a nice full day of being out of his cage, which is unusual because on work days I have him in his cage, and when I'm up here in my roomish space doing stuff, I can't keep my eye on him because I am doing stuff. That's one of the things that keeps me from doing things nowadays, besides the usual doom scrolling distractions, is I have to keep an eye on my dog, and I don't want him to be locked away all the time because I'm trying to better myself. So, because he's still a puppy, I gotta make sure he doesn't destroy the couches and stuff because they're not mine. And I gotta make sure he doesn't poison himself by eating something out of the trash or something. So, yeah, I can't afford vet bills right now. Not good on money. Anyway, there's that little problems complaining for myself. I'm managing to some degree. But that's that. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Right. So tomorrow, the plan for tomorrow. Right. So wake up once I'm done sleeping. Of course. Not once somebody makes me get up. But get up when I wake up as opposed to sitting in bed. And then, take care of the dog, clean myself up because I feel better and ready to do things when I have showered in a day. That's always nice. And so clean myself up. Make sure I've walked my dog good and plenty, fed him. He takes longer to eat breakfast lately. Like, before I could bring the bowl over, fill it up, and he'd get all barky, yippy, and excited, and I'd put it down and he'd attack it and finish it and then be ready to go back outside to go potty again. But lately, past week or two, I put his breakfast bowl down in front of him and he kind of looks at it and looks at me. He's like, "What do you want me to do with it?" Kind of a face. And then he doesn't eat. And then he eats it off and on. And lately I've been putting it back in his cage, in his kennel, because we have 2 other dogs. And they will eat his food when he doesn't. And I want his breakfast to still be available to him. He does attack it better when he's walked more. So there's that. that I've noticed just today, because I walked him a lot today, and then when I put him back in his cage with his food, he just went right to eating it right away. So that was nice. But the other dogs don't eat his food if it's in his cage, because he's got his own cage. But the other dogs, when they're caged, they sit in the same cage. But since they're big dogs and they know not to eat everything in the house, they will, they're just let to sit in the house so long as there's other people in the house. They can wander, go back and forth between the water bowl and stuff like that. They won't pee anywhere. They won't chew things up that they shouldn't. And it's overall stable time. Unlike my puppy. He knows when it's bedtime, which is good because he'll pop into his kennel nice and willingly. And then he'll just lie down and be cozy until I get him out for his last, go outside, go potty sort of a situation. Why do I let him go out? Why do I take him out to get him to go potty at 1 or 2 in the morning? Because I like to sleep, and the later I get him out so he can relieve himself, the later he will allow me to sleep in and giving me that, grace period to get what I need. So yeah, that's that. Same way I go to the restroom at night before bed, he goes to the restroom at night before I let him, sleep the night away. But that's what that much is. How far was I into my tomorrow plan before I started explaining things? Clean up, eat, make sure dog eats, make sure dog walks, put his food in a safe place so that the other dogs don't eat his food and he can. And so yeah, tomorrow, so meet the maker. I hope. Not been doing so good with that, but I have been in my head kind of formulating a new story, which I do not plan on writing anytime soon, but I might just write an outline-ish of it, of what I've got so far, just so I've got it down somewhere and don't have to keep remembering it myself. So I can always come back to it and continue it. But this story that I'm thinking of is one that I want to draw instead of write. I want to build a comic for this story. And I don't know how long it's going to go. But I do want that to be the case. And if you've been following along, you know that I am not good at drawing. Or not so good at drawing. I want to learn, though, and I want to draw the stuff that I get ideas for. And so, yeah, I've come up with a outline that I want to comic guys. And I haven't written it down. And I think I should. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Obviously, I'm behind on Meet the Maker. I should do that tomorrow. But I have a plan to play some Phasmophobia with friends tomorrow. Don't know if I'll record it. Probably / definitely won't stream it. But I've been playing a little extra Phasmophobia lately with my friends. And I want to be able to level up in the game so that I can use the higher level equipment, because there's so much equipment in the game that you need to be an excruciatingly high level just to have access to. And we play with all the default stuff, and it's fine, but I want to know what all that, badass, better equipment does. So I want to give leveling up in the game a try, so that's going to take a good chunk of my office hours, I'd say, personal office hours tomorrow. Now that I've said my bit, and this video is now 10 plus minutes long, it's going to take forever to upload. So with that to look forward to, and a 2 a.m. bedtime, which is not as early as I wanted to do tonight, I'm getting angry with myself. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share my videos, namely the gaming ones, with your friends so that they can watch my stuff, be entertained by my cringe self, and subscribe to get me higher up on the YouTube food chain. And with all that said, I bid you good night.